Tonight, it's the AFC's turn to take center stage as we've got a wild card matchup on tap between the Cleveland Browns and the Houston Texans.
Jaime Fairbairn to kick off for Houston.
The battle for the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC wildcard game. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
23-yard line.
First and 10. Here's Mariota. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
First carry for Nick Chubb. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
And finding the tight end Hooper. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Mariota on first down. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His second catch in a row, first down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Well, we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up 1st and goal. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line as this.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Browns take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. So much for being intimidated on the road in the playoffs, right? That was a pretty clinical drive right there.
Yeah, they seem to come out with the attitude of, we don't deal with pressure. We create it on the other team. Just took it right down the field and stuffed it in the end zone.
Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
Watson will bring up the Texans here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I tell you, he brings the wood when he comes flying up in run support. He may be a safety, but he hits like a linebacker.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll try the left side. Rolling. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down. A perfect example right there, Charles, of why they love this rookie runner.
And think about how the NFL and the college games are meshing together more and more. You don't have to go to the NFL and learn a new set of skills. What you did in college often makes you ready for the NFL.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Hess. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41.
He was
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 41-yard line.
Now a give, right side, rolling. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. That's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
This is taken at the 15. A 40-yard punt, give him 3 on the return, and the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And some room to maneuver. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one 28 yards on the ground.
A 28-yard gain. 1st down, Browns.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Score Browns 7, Texans nothing.
Mariota now to throw on 1st down. And he finds Howard complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a 1st down.
And the Browns 1st down. Play action now. Mariota.
He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Chubb on the counter. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
Brought down back at the 27.
Make it do it again, baby. Make it do it again.
Off the play fake, Mariota. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
First down, Browns.
Mariota going to run on the option. He pitches it out. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Quick throw out wide from Mariota. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Now a play fake here on first down. On the move to his left. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Tight end Harrison Bryant, the intended target. But it'll be 2nd and goal.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
They'll give it to Chubb. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Nick Chubb with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Not a bad start for him. 2 drives for the offense, 2 rushing TDs.
Almost like he's in the percussion section in the band, isn't it? Got a little oomph, right? Got a little crash, got a little bang. He's got it all as he gets to the end zone. 2nd rushing touchdown, as you noted, on 2 drives. He's off to a terrific start.
Okay, you ready? Wait for it. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
18-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They've got to be a little shell-shocked. Down double digits at home in the playoffs. Still in the first half. They've got to turn things around quickly. They'll start with the option. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
On 2nd and 15 now. Watson. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Give him 2 yards on that play. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
Brandon, you know this is going to be discussed because this is the fear of all the backs when they run this type of a route. They've got to find the football, and sometimes they don't see the defender. And in this case, he took a pretty good shot for his efforts, but give him credit, able to hold on to the football.
And he's he's taken down. Back in his own 7. Myles Garrett in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. Here's Brian Anger now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he'll take it on this side of midfield. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10. First down, Mariota. He'll let one go deep for Howard. That's going to be caught. And finally out of bounds, just a few yards short of the goal line at the 3. A big play that time for Cleveland. 41 yards. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Austin Hooper.
From 3 yards out, and the Browns add 6 to their lead.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run, and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and it's now 21-0.
Seibert to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
So conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
And a nice run to get this up over the 20-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Back to throw, Watson. Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25, and they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
They'll start by running the option to the right. He gives it up. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. When you're down this close inside the 5, do you like putting the ball to the outside like that?
No, I like it inside. I want more quick hitters, straight-ahead type runs, maybe get off tackle, but I don't want to string it out and have a chance for them to run it down behind me.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
This has not been a fun sequence for him at all. 1st and goal, no gain. 2nd and goal, he ends up losing yardage. He may be trying to talk him into getting the ball 3rd time, but I think it's going to be difficult.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Taking it in from 4 yards out, and the Browns add on to their lead.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and the route is on here in this first half. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
Austin Seibert to kick off for Cleveland.
Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. And this carries into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 17-yard line.
Check. Fresno, 31.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. So we're at halftime of this AFC Wildcard matchup as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC Wildcard game. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. Rolling. And he'll push forward for about 4 up to the 23.
Number 25.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Watson on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the 3rd quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game.
For the Texans.
46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And last time out, another touchdown. And I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the roads
true.
will be fairly clear
by the time we have to leave the booth.
Now
2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. From the gun, Mariota. That's caught by Howard, and he'll be brought down right around the 37. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Here's a quick throw out left. It's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 19 yards that time for number 19. That time the conversion comes courtesy of the RPO.
And know what it did? It moved the sticks. Nice pickup on 3rd down. Even better decision.
Now a first down throw complete downfield. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. A run for Nick Chubb. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and end of the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Flushed out right toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Coming right, this is Chubb on the toss. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
About a half yard from the end zone, 3rd and goal.
Here we go, D. Switch it.
And again, it's Chubb. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now.
There have not been a lot of great moments for this defense throughout this game. Finally, they have one they can hang their hat on. A nice stop there.
Seibert's kick is good. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
They'll keep it on the ground. Rolling. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. It's a first down on a gain of 10. A quick throw out wide to Fuller. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well. So a holding penalty, and that'll send him backwards.
You know, they're trying not to do that. I mean, we know that, right? We talk to them all the time. But sometimes the defensive guys just put you in awkward situations, and you get caught grabbing their jerseys.
Now a give, right side. Rolling. Up past the 25 to the 26. A gain of 5.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Watch the run. Check.
On 2nd down. Rolling. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Texans on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Put it down. 59. 52.
Here's Watson. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They'll try and run for it. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
Check safety, check safety.
They'll keep it on the ground. Rolling. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Denzel Ward, the number 4 pick in the 2018 draft, making the tackle from his corner spot.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 43.
8 yards to go on second down. Now a give, right side. Rolling. Now third down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7.
52 is the mic right here, over there, right? 52 is the mic.
Out of the gun, Watson. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down. Now a give, right side, rolling.
Another carry.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The Texans on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6.
I'm coming after you. Alert. 51's the mic. I'm coming for you. You must.
A shotgun snap for Watson. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
First down, Browns.
Ready? 18 Cardinal. 97's the mic. 97's the mic.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Look, we all know that sometimes we see upsets in the wild card round. But I have to tell you, in this case, I did not see that coming.
I don't think anyone in the stadium saw it coming. You and I were coming in before the game. There was a couple in front of us talking about travel plans for next weekend. They might want to cancel those.
Yeah, I would say so, because right now it's looking more and more like they're going to be one and done. They're probably trying to call the hotel and make sure they get their security deposit back.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Rolling. He was brought down by Michael Davis.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
From the 41, Watson. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.
It's 4th down.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. They will indeed snap it to Watson. And it is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. And they take a knee.
Squeeze, double.
And they will take a knee here.
Tonight's final score.
Their season ends here. A tough way to go out.
And the goal was to not just get to the wild card game, which they did, but to win it. And so now, how negative do you look at that? They got there, had an opportunity, and for some teams, they have to lose games like this before they learn how to win them in later seasons.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. From Houston, good night, everybody.